What is up, ladies and genitals? 4eyes in here, coming at you, coming through. Season 1 is officially out. There has been bugs, invisibility glitches, and people flat out not being able to play. I know this video is a little late. Today we are going to go over what I think the top 5 best guns in the game are. Even though there are more than 5 on my list, I am just going to tell you my opinions with some raid gameplay. The gameplay is not reverse boosted.
Oh my god! No way!
I hate that I even have to tell you guys that. You can probably tell if games are reverse boosted or not. One more comment before we head into the video. All the guns in Cold War is pretty much usable, and that's what I like about this game. Even though some guns are a bit better, they aren't that much better. Alright, so starting at number 1, which is the best of the best, it's going to be the AUG, M16, and KSP SMG. The burst weapons in this game are just too good to pass up. The AUG is basically a better version of the M16. It has a shorter burst delay and can one burst people at a farther range. The M16 on the other hand has less recoil, which makes it more accurate. But if you are good at controlling recoil, go with the AUG. For the KSP, it's basically a SMG version of the AUG and M16. The recoil can be quite tricky to use, and if you don't have any attachments on this gun, it can feel weak. But trust me, all 3 of the burst guns are absolute monsters. These guns are weapons that even if you get shot first, you can win a gunfight, which is complete cheese. And I honestly don't know how it can be fixed without nerfing these weapons into the ground. At number 2, we have the AK-47, MP5, Stoner 63, and the 2 new weapons in Season 1, which are the Groza and MAC-10. The AK-47 recently just got nerfed. It's still good, it has low recoil and a good time to kill, and it's arguably the best assault rifle right next to the new Groza. In no particular order, the MP5 is next, and even with the nerfs, people still use this gun because it's that good. The TTK is just so consistent at all ranges, and that's what makes this gun an absolute beast. Now, I don't think anyone saw this coming. The Stoner is really good, and it's definitely a sleeper pick. This thing is filthy with its time to kill. It literally shreds. If you have a slower playstyle, try out the Stoner. The only drawbacks to this gun is that it is slow and clunky because it is a LMG. Focus on improving this gun's ADS speed, and this gun will feel a bit faster and snappier. Now for the first DLC weapon, the Groza. If you like the QBZ, this is basically that, but pretty much better in every way. It has a low controllable recoil with a fast time to kill, and like the QBZ, it has that faster and snappier feel. For the MAC-10, this gun takes a lot of skill and some of the higher level attachments to lower its recoil to be a usable weapon. If you are trying to use this gun with no attachments, this gun is going to feel like it sucks. But when you get attachments to reduce the recoil, or if you can control this gun, it's arguably the best full auto submachine gun in the game. At number 3, we have the AK-74U, Milano, XM4, and the RPD. I would have placed the AK-74U in the 2 spot, but for some reason I have been playing with it more and more, and I haven't been getting as much success as I used to. Statistically, it's a very good gun. It's the best submachine gun for killing people at range because of its high bullet velocity. Again, you can place this in the top 2 spot with the AK-47, MP5, Stoner, Groza, and MAC-10. Next is the Milano, and I'm not talking about the Pepperidge Farm cookies. Now, this is personally my favorite SMG. It has a slow fire rate but hits like a truck, and recently it got a buff to its damage ranges. It definitely falls off harder than most SMGs at range. Its slow fire rate and high damage at close range more than makes up for it. Next is the XM4, and this gun has a lot of potential to be in the 2 spot, but in close range gunfights, it just doesn't kill as fast as the Groza and AK-47. However, it does make up some damage because of its high fire rate in the medium to long range distances. The XM4 is a very versatile weapon and should not be underlooked. Finally, the last gun is the RPD. This gun just gets out DPS'd by the Stoner. The biggest difference you will feel with the RPD is how nimble it feels compared to the other LMGs. The RPD is lighter so you can run faster with it. Even though the Stoner out DPS's it, it still has great damage at all ranges and has laser beam recoil. In our number 4 spot, we have the QBZIKRIG and BULLFROG. The QBZ is still a great gun, but like I said, the Groza just pretty much beats it in almost every way. The QBZ is the fastest and most snappy assault rifle, and if you like the QBZ, you should still use it because in Cold War, all the guns are usable. Next, we have the KRIG, which just got a nerf to its headshot damage multipliers, so now you need an extra bullet to kill someone during a headshot. The KRIG 6 is probably the best assault rifle when you have no attachments. It is a freaking laser with crazy bullet velocity, but for some reason at the higher levels for attachments, the KRIG 6 has a different set of attachments compared to the other assault rifles. Next, we have the BULLFROG, PP19 or Super Soaker. I am gonna call it the Super Soaker since I am an OG. The Super Soaker is quite good, especially since it has the largest magazine size out of all the submachine guns. The only problem is other submachine guns kill faster than it up close and have way better damage ranges than the Super Soaker, but if you want to kill multiple people with only one clip, this is definitely the SMG for you. Finally, in our number 5 spot, we have the FFAR. The gun had so much potential, but it got nerfed into the ground. They changed the recoil, which you can help through attachments. It still's a little too much. If you are a better player and you can tame this beast, you will definitely reap the rewards of the gun. Why use the FFAR or FAMAS when you can just use a gun that kills faster and has essentially no recoil like the AUG? The DMRs honestly could be either in the number 1 or 2 slot depending on your trigger finger, as well as the snipers. They don't need to be nerfed anymore. Seriously guys, trust me, sniping takes a lot of skills. They don't need to be nerfed. Like I said before, every gun in Cold War is basically usable. It's just that some guns have that teeny little edge over the others. This is how I would rank them, but if you disagree, that's fine. Everything is subjective, so comment below what you would change on my list. Other than that, namaste my friends, and I will talk to you in the next video.